Now we are discussing about the soft magnetic materials and hard magnetic materials. The materials which we can easily magnetize, and demagnetize, are called soft magnetic materials. The materials which we can easily magnetize and demagnetize are called soft magnetic materials. Whereas hard magnetic materials, the materials which are very difficult to magnetize, and demagnetize, are called hard magnetic materials. The materials which are difficult to magnetize and demagnetize are called hard magnetic materials. If I see the soft magnetic materials, the movement of domain wall is very easy, right? Probably you studied the domain theory. If I take some particular area, inside the particular domain, the spins are aligned in random direction. When you apply some particular field, the spin alignment changes to the applied field direction. Whereas for the soft magnetic materials, this particular domain wall movement is can be moved by applying a little bit magnetic field on the material, right? So once it is easy to move the domain wall, hence for even a small applied field, large magnetization you are going to see. For a small applied magnetic field, when we apply a small magnetic field, a large magnetization occurs. Whereas for the hard magnetic materials, the movement of domain wall is very difficult. So due to the presence of impurities or dopants or lattice defects, hence large magnetic field is required to magnetize a substance. Large magnetic field is required to magnetize a material. The first one is difficult to magnetize and difficult to demagnetize. Why it is difficult to demagnetize or magnetize means the domain walls which are present in a material are very strong. If I apply some large force, then what will happen? Domain wall movement takes place. Once domain wall movement is taking place, means what will happen? The spins present in the domains will get aligned into the field direction. In order to align the spins into the field direction, we have to put lots of magnetic field on the substance. That is the case for hard magnetic materials. And probably we may know that hysteresis energy for the soft magnetic materials is less. Hysteresis energy is less, or I can say small amount, and whereas for this case hysteresis energy is large, or high value. If I draw the hysteresis curve for this particular material, that means for the soft magnetic materials, if I draw the hysteresis curve for the soft magnetic materials, the area occupied by BH curve is very less. The area occupied by BH curve is very less. Whereas for the hard magnetic materials, the hysteresis energy is long range. And from this we can say that coercivity, retentivity values are less. Coercivity and retentivity values are less for the soft magnetic materials. Is less, whereas for this case coercivity and retentivity are large. You can see the figure from here. If I apply the negative field, then what will happen? It takes lot of energy to demagnetize a substance. If you see here, the coercivity is very less for this case. By seeing the curve, hysteresis curve, we can say that the given material is a soft magnetic material or hard magnetic material. For case of soft magnetic materials, hysteresis curve is less. That means coercivity, retentivity values are small. And whereas for the hard magnetic materials, hysteresis curve is long range. That means you will be having high or large coercivity and retentivity values. High coercivity and long range retentivity values. And if I see the susceptibility for the soft magnetic materials is high, susceptibility and permeability are high for the soft magnetic materials, and whereas for the hard magnetic materials, susceptibility and permeability are low values. Right? In case of soft magnetic materials, they have low eddy current losses. Because of the low eddy current losses, soft magnetic materials are being used for transformer applications. Because of the low or less eddy current losses, soft magnetic materials are being used for the transformer applications, and they can also be using for the temporary magnets, switching device applications, matrix storage applications, electromagnetic preparation cases. We are using the soft magnetic materials. I repeat, the soft magnetic materials are having low or less eddy current losses. Because of that, what will happen? People are using for the transformer applications and also being used for the switching devices, temporary magnet applications, electromagnets, matrix storage of computer applications. People are using the soft magnetic materials. Whereas for the hard magnetic materials, susceptibility, permeability values are very less and they have high eddy current losses. Because of the eddy current losses, what will happen? These materials cannot be used for the transformer applications, and they are using for the permanent magnetic applications and something like magnetic detectors, microphones, magnetic separator applications, MRI scanners applications. We are using for the hard magnetic materials. Some of the hard magnetic materials are copper, nickel, ferrous, cobalt, etc. Whereas for the Whereas for the soft magnetic materials, I can say some examples: iron, silicon alloy, steel alloys, etc. are the soft magnetic materials.